So both Elena and Darragh has had links to Singapore. So maybe I'll direct the next question to Andrea.
Yeah, sure.
So how would you describe the team culture here at EAG?
Yeah, so very warm, welcoming. Everyone is really, when someone come here to EAG, they feel like in a family. They feel like a home. So when every day we step in, everyone is smiling, everyone is there to help each other. So we have this culture that even though each of us has our own business within the business, and we are almost competitors to each other, but at the same time, we don't have this culture, right? We're always there. For example, the three of us, we always speak to each other literally every day, constantly. We share ideas about our clients, how we handle certain, for example, clients. And this has helped us to grow massively over the last 11 years for me, and I guess for you guys as well, in the sense that when there is a difficult situation, we always help each other to handle it, even though it's not something that we should be doing it. But this culture, I think, is quite unique in a sense within our group.
Right.
Agreed, yeah. And to add to that, actually, because all our clients are so unique in their own nature, it helps having people around that deal with different clients, different nationalities, and there are some lapovers, but the fact is, I have my strengths, Andrea has his strengths, Darragh has his strengths, and we've all experienced different things. So instead of us having to experience it on our own, I could, for example, say, hey, by the way, I just experienced this. Next time if this happens to you, like, don't forget, or vice versa, right? Like, so that's quite helpful, especially when you're working with so many product providers. That's the one good thing about IPP.
Great. So how does working in this very family-oriented kind of culture help you to grow your career better?
I think because we all have a collaborative style and we all have our own freedom to focus on companies or types of business, the insurance investment side that we want to focus on. We're given that opportunity to learn as much and given a lot of trainings by the management team. I think that helps. Like for myself, I've the biggest asset management on the team. Elena is probably the fastest growing. And then Andrea has like a diverse business of each and every style that's planning for now as well as for the future. So we all have our own kind of styles and capabilities as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We just learn off each other. That's the main thing, right? And that's just not between us three. We have other advisors in our team as well, Australian, British, a lot of Brits. But look, we actually have 2 Indian advisors as well. And we're always open to people from other backgrounds to come and work with us, because that makes us stronger and gives us more, ammunition to help clients, because those advisors would have been through similar things that expats go through, coming to a new country. There's a new financial system, new financial products. Like, that's what I don't know if you noticed that, but It's very different because we have clients that still have assets in different countries that they're not just from, but where they work from, right?
Yep, for sure.
So it's helpful.
So it's interesting that you mentioned that you have clients that have assets in different countries. So what is the approach that you take to work with these clients, and perhaps what are some top financial concerns that they would have as well?
Yeah, for sure. They will have a lot of concerns when they come to Singapore and they've been working in different countries around the world. So obviously tax is one main concern. Here we have a very friendly tax regime, and it makes our job a little bit easier because obviously not capital gain tax in Singapore, no dividend tax is already an advantage for a lot of clients who are resident here. And being one of the strongest financial system and very regulated, it means that the client have the comfort at the beginning to actually working with an advisor who, first of all, like us. So we have a very, very wide range of product providers that we work with. Having that trust to put most of their assets around the world into our hands is something that helped them to have one point of reference rather than having different advisors or different platforms around the world. So this work of conglomerating assets from all around the world into one country, one firm like us in Singapore is something that clients have experienced over the years. So this kind of concern that they had at the beginning, we managed to kind of address this concern and work successfully with them in helping them in this journey of literally making sure that they have assets with one advisor. We follow them over the course of the years, and whether they will be moving outside of Singapore is something that we can help them with. Obviously, international clients means that perhaps they will be moving to different countries where the main currency will be different from the Singapore dollars. So they will have multi-currency needs on changing their currency or contribution or investment to US dollar, euro, or many others. And we do help them with that as well. So this is our focus in our group.
Exactly. And look, to add to that, it's also about when they come here, they've been maybe to 5 different countries. I've had clients like that before coming here. And it's, like you said, it's consolidation in a planning format. Of course, some certain international pensions can't necessarily be parked over here, but it doesn't mean it should be disregarded to like future financial planning. It's about sitting with us, taking a holistic approach on every single one of their financial assets that they've ever owned and showing the forward sort of picture. Okay, this can be for your retirement, this can be for your children's education, that can still be kept for your future property. For example, I'm sure like with your European clients or even British clients, they might still have pounds or euros. So it's not to say, okay, bring everything over here and FX it to Singapore. Maybe they still leave some of that money in those currencies because they still want to go back and buy property in 5 years' time. So, but we have these conversations usually in our first meetings to get like that better understanding on what they're trying to achieve, right, Darragh?
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. I think you touched on concerns. I think one of the concerns about expats is they no longer have like a pension scheme. So as expats, they don't have CPF. And that's where we can come in to help them. So they're back home, their pensions, they no longer contribute to. So that's where we can help them, assist them with creating a financial plan for their future. Whether it's investing for the short term while they are here, while generally their salaries are strong and their income tax is low in Singapore, we can help them to utilize that money to maximize their wealth while they're here. We can also help them create like a private pension scheme so they can save for their retirement. So if they do ever repatriate in future, that they'll have used the money well by the time that they get home.
No, exactly. And to add to that, there is, for example, Andrea, you probably get this. So a lot of those government pensions back in like the UK or Italy or Ireland, like their retirement ages are quite high. You're seeing more and more, especially younger clients saying, no, I want to retire when I'm 50 and they're starting at 30. So straight away, like you can't consider those government pensions. Of course, it's money down the line and it's greatly available and it's nice that they have it, but they need to start making plans that are different and in line with what they actually want to achieve. And you even get some people, for example, who they might be from that country, like, oh, actually, I really want to plan for being somewhere else potentially. So I don't know about you two, but that's certainly what I'm hearing more and more these days.
Yeah, for sure. You have clients that have been working over the years in different countries, let's say 2 or 3 years in the US, in Europe, in other parts of Asia, right? And they find themselves with either no pension in that specific country or a very small portion of contribution have contributed into that specific country that doesn't allow them to actually be able to draw an income from that pension in the future. For example, in my case, I'm from Italy. In Italy, you need to contribute at least 15 years into the Italian pension scheme to be able to actually receive a pension in the future. You have done 14 years, for example, you're not going to receive anything. So we are also looking at making sure that the clients know different aspects in different countries, as well as helping them to understand how they can reach that specific goal that, all of us we have in common. And the same commonality is that when we arrived here in Singapore, all of us, we didn't have a retirement. So we had to do this from day one. The same way that we are doing, and we do it for the clients, we had to do it, and we continue to do it for ourselves, all of us. We save money every month, and we have to if we want to be financially independent in the future. So this commonality helps us to work even better with clients with the same needs, basically.